Hi. We're going to play Baldur's Gate, but we're also going to listen to the Alexandria Unlimited podcast with Brandon Mulligan. I've already started the thing. Just, we are 2 hours of 4 hours
crafted by Faye.
4 hours of
as you look at it, what is Nia most feeling in this moment?
We're also going to talk about Baldur's Gate. Good things. If there's a battle, I may turn it back.
After not sleeping well, she feels weirdly restless and antsy. She feels as though she is on the precipice of something great. She's antsy to get through that passage and see what's on the other side of this, but she looks in that mirror, beholding her own face for the first time in a minute. Goes to see if her locks in the front are not fusing or anything. They're fine. And she just looks at herself and reflects on the lessons, the loss. She thinks of Luce in this moment. Looks at that Moonweaver symbol carved into the wall. She feels very solemn, but also has an understanding that this feeling may not last much longer.
This feels as impossible as meeting a moon man from Ruidus. What is this place?
Nia, you look at the mirror and see your face. Over your shoulder in the mirror, Liana smiles at you, raises a finger to her lips, and rushes up the back staircase.
Takes the mirror, goes, the dips.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check with advantage.
She takes the mirror with her.
Yeah.
That's an nat 20!
Oh my god. That nat 20 stealth check means that none of you see as Nia actually and literally goes invisible and vanishes. The moon's mirror, a vestige of divergence.
Go with you insist.
As you rush away.
Subterfuge is my
for the rest of you who are in here, go ahead and that nat 20 investigation is awesome. Everyone else go ahead and give me any perception or investigation or nature check you make in this impossible place.
19 perception.
19 perception. Hell yeah. 12.
Like shit today.
Oh, good.
12 for me.
I think looking at this
subterfuge is my strong
something it can't all be real. And yet, the only reason this place is a miracle, can't exist, shouldn't exist. Why would something good happen? Why would something good happen?
Subterfuge is my strong
suit. You came here because an insect glowed on a section of the map that you'd never drawn over. You've been following the advice of a bug to arrive in a room on the top of a mountain. Why do good things
subterfuge is my strong suit.
From time to time they do. You look, I think, on that 12 and behold Phaedra holding aloft this hammer from the fireplace. That you look at, and much like Arrow,
subterfuge is my strong suit.
Not ever been that good. It's either your sons or your dads or your nephews or somebody's from some time, but you recognize that hammer. There can be no mistake.
I think they very well have died in those pits, and this has all been an illusion. Let me see.
Thanks.
You hold it aloft, and my God, it looks like the holy symbol that you carved into the wall of the watchtower.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
That's what it is.
Only because you asked nicely.
Trying to figure out. Hammer seems simple and on the nose, but I've carved this a lot. In the early days. Built a few temples. That didn't pay too much mind.
So, what draws
It's kind
you
of strange to be trying to find faith in time the gods leave us, but...
I seem to recall you mentioning something about a mission.
Well, this is for a
Some
miracle.
bother.
The Hearth's Hammer. And Crocus, on a 19, you're opening up a wooden chest. And you see that it is, I don't know if you're able to read, but Phaedra, you're there working. This key around your neck is pretty incredible here. I'll also say on a nat 20.
God damn, all right.
So much.
Keep it coming.
Yeah.
Romance in this one.
All those nat 20s. Brain's gonna take my car in real life and fill it back up with gas and bring it back.
You gotta reward a nat 20 at a crazy story moment. I'll say you grab that key and you notice that there is this beautiful little sort of dull ruby set in the center of the maze on it. And the ruby sort of glows with a little bit of light and points you towards a leather tarp wrapped thing, and you open it up and
Subterfuge
it's
is
about
my
the size of
strong
your
suit.
body. You have to like brace yourself to hold it up. There is a jet black heavy crossbow. I'll go ahead and pass this over to you. I made you all be 0th level, and this is my contrition. This is me saying,
Thank you, sir.
here's a bunch of
Thank you. This is for me. Can I use a heavy crossbow?
Yes, you
I
can.
can.
As a rogue.
Name.
Yeah. Condemner.
The Condemner.
And for you, my friend, there is a chest that Phaedra, you can read there's a name on it you can read that I'll write down as you're looking through this chest together. There is some actual like gold in here if you guys want to take some. It's been a weird life of mostly not needing it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't carry anymore.
I take 1 gold.
Yeah. For good luck.
Yeah. You never know having 1 gold can never do you harm, I think.
Anyone too concerned or perturbed that whoever is mighty enough to have collected such a fine assortment of objects likely is quite capable and perhaps not very happy to see these go missing.
Maybe, but they're not here right now, I guess.
We don't know that.
It's true.
I want another powerful entity look into some jewels.
Yeah.
Where's Nia?
And right before we go to Nia, Jasmine, you find this. There is a label that I've written on this magic item that, as you are passing through, Crocus has just opened up and can't read the label on the chest.
This is a Grupnin vault.
As you open that chest and find a number of scrolls, books, writings, you see a beautiful gem-like orb in the center of the chest. And you see that it rolls very gently, as of its own volition, towards you, Crocus. And you see rolls up towards the gift from Celeste, those hands of the knowing mentor, and you see that just about the shape and size of those hands.
Is that this? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just can't pass you the paper.
Does it fit? It fits like a dream. And you can't help but feel some degree of comfort And there's some part of almost like having put two puzzle pieces that fit just right together. They move and touch. Outside on the mountain peak, Nia, you
Very
move.
focused on my mirror, sorry.
Your wonderful mirror. Holding the mirror invisibly, you rush up to the snowy. You rush up the stairs. Another entrance you get up to is already open and snow is pouring out of it.
Liana? Go.
You rush out onto a snowy promontory.
Liana!
You look out. Far off, the valley dips and rises again. The peak nearest to you. Distant, but unmistakable. Through the snow, your sister turns to face you. Flurry of snow. Moves. She turns around and smiles.
Liana!
Nia.
Okay, now, before I run, you said I am atop a peak of something, a peak of a mountain. I just don't want to trip and fall and hurt myself.
Did you say she's on a distant peak?
She's on a distant peak.
How far away?
You stand on a ledge, look down at a drop of about 120 feet, opens up, and on a distant one, you have no idea how she's over there, but you see she's turning and smiling, the snow moving back and forth between you. You see that she smiles, holds a hand, and goes, I knew you'd make it!
How did you get over there? Come here! Come here this instant! We crying. I mean, either you come here or I find my way to you and I might not survive it.
I've always loved you, and I will always love you.
What are you talking about? Come, you have to meet Arrow. You have to, come.
We couldn't think of any other way. Snow swirls around her. Her body collapses and falls.
Nia can't get to her. She gets as far as she possibly can to her and then sees that there is a drop and falls to her knees and is just confused and frustrated and not understanding that she just is really confused. She doesn't know what's happening right now. She feels as though she's gotten so close to something and it's right there in front of her, and the fact that she flashes back to watching Luz fall, and she's back in that moment of, I am here. It should be enough. This cannot happen. I'm here. You waited for me. I told you to wait for me. I'm here.
So close to holding her again. You feel the depth of confusion and hurt at something that defies reason, doesn't make sense. And in this moment,
I am pleased at the progress that this ill-conceived group has made.
Never
had not
you
thought
have
such
been
a thing
saying
possible.
to everyone that change is coming.
Subterfuge
You have
is
been
my
giving
strong
the face
suit.
of hope to everyone you
Subterfuge
can.
is my
And why
strong suit.
you? Why now do you have to lose this when you have tried so hard to make it easy to believe that a better day was coming? And in this moment of loss, the clouds part, and the brightest crescent moon you have ever
Subterfuge
seen.
is my strong suit.
She takes the symbol out of, she takes Luz's symbol out of her bag and points it up to the moon and says, we had a deal. You took Luz. I told you to keep her. We had a deal.
Subterfuge
Get me
is
to her.
my
Bring her
strong
to
suit.
me. I cannot do this again. Please. Please. We had a deal. And she just is wordlessly bargaining with a god that she has a really interesting relationship with at this very moment, but she is bargaining with a god.
So happy you brought me with you. I never imagined that
She can't get those words out, but she is, with every bit of her intention, holding this symbol with both of her hands, being like, I did everything I could. I did everything right. I stayed hopeful. I never faltered. You cannot punish me for this. You cannot punish me like this.
You remember the scorn with which Ondetra dismissed Luz and said, I will not have these words spoken near me. And it struck you as so petty and unkind to those that had just healed her. Do you feel that your rage in this moment, in the face of this injustice, this loss, do you feel that your rage is petty and undeserving?
No. Nia genuinely feels that her rage is coming from a place of deep, deep faith. She believed with every bit of her that she and her sister would meet at the moon again. And she let that faith guide her through the depths of hell. And to see her faith cast aside, she feels her rage is properly, it may not be properly placed, but she does not have the capacity to critique her feeling right now.
Your rage is an affirmation of your faith, not a refusal. In this moment, seeing the snow begin to cover Liana's distant body and the pain and cruelty of not being able to rush to her, not being able to go to her side, having been so close to that moment of reuniting. Can Nia understand and give voice and wholeness to what it means to rage against and be let down by something you believe in? Can you be disappointed in something?
I'm sorry,
you
I
believe in?
can't carry anymore.
Or is that a contradiction?
That's a great question. I think it is possible. I think Nia's disappointment, her confusion, her frustration, I think it is still rooted in that belief. It's less a rage outward and pointed at something. It's a rage that sits within herself. It's like she has so much energy and no idea where to put it, and she had a place for so long, and that place is now gone. I think Nia's a walking contradiction. She's constantly saying one thing and meaning another, and meaning one thing but saying something else. Because in her mind, it all makes sense, because it's all been drawing to this one point.
Subterfuge is
So in very Nia fashion, I think it's a little bit of both.
In this moment, holding the holy symbol, looking at Nia's body, looking at Diana's body, do you accept that you are whole within the contradiction of yourself? Or must there be a victor? Must something break in the face of your rage? Does something have to pay for this?
No. I don't think Nia's the type of person to seek revenge in that sort of way, if I'm hearing you correctly.
Yeah.
Nia thinks back to the last time she saw her sister in the flesh and fully, and recalled saying to her, "We're all we need." And she sees her body. And realizes that even in that moment, she contradicted herself.
I'm sorry, I can't carry
She's
anymore.
whole. She can be all that she needs in this moment. And also feel like she's lost something great. Another contradiction. But yeah, she can be whole and still be contradicting.
Snow, wind.
I am pleased at the progress that this ill-conceived group has made. I had not thought such a thing possible.
You believe in your God. The world has let you down, but you believe in the world. You hear your sister's voice on the wind. If you believe, come to my side. Come here.
Nia gets up. She listens to that voice. And in her, I don't even think she says it out loud, but she's like,
Yes, fine.
Have you ever heard of my people?
Believe.
The Avariel?
You won't fall.
Nia steps towards the ledge, keeps all of her weight on her back foot, and just sort of, with purpose, she attempts to put a foot out.
As the four of you realize Nia is missing and rush to search for her, Nia, you step forward. This is a really bad idea. But, contradictorily, it's the best idea. As all of you watch Nia step on a solid beam of moonlight and walk through the sky to her sister's body.
That's not possible. There's no way this should be happening.
As soon as she realizes that this will work, as she knew it would, scrambling, trips, hands and knees, getting to her sister's body.
I am pleased at the progress that this ill-conceived group has made. I had not thought such a thing possible.
You arrive. You see Liana. The bridge of moonlight stretches before you.
Despise them all.
Greetings, good customer. A pearl
as you
to
arrive,
you.
you see her. Beautiful smile on the face of her body. As you go to her, the moonlight keeps building.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
As you kneel at your sister's side, moonlight swirls, and a beautiful woman with your sister's face, the size of a mountain, made of moonlight, is kneeling over
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
All of you see the Moonweaver here in this space embrace, and you feel tears of light streaking down her face and falling to you.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
So see the Moonweaver?
Yes, you do.
Nia doesn't let go of her sister, but she looks up to her god.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
She goes to question. She wants to. Will I see her again?
You don't recognize me? The Moonweaver wears Leona's face.
Subterfuge
Perhaps
is my strong suit. What
Leona
now?
wore the Moonweavers.
Oh, if you insist.
You look and see the Moonweaver's hand caresses your cheek. She diminishes in size to be near you in this moment.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
I never saw much of these kitties from the circus. Are they all so
She
surrounded
kisses your
like
cheek,
this?
and you smell your sister, and she is with you and around you. And she holds you tight, and she says,
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
I didn't want to say goodbye. I didn't know how much I'd want to stay.
It's okay.
A sound.
Suggestion.
Tribal Bartman at your service.
She hugs you and says, I promise you that a day is coming where we
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
forever in the moonlight. And I hope that day is very far away.
Not too far.
Subterfuge
holding
is
her
my strong suit.
beautifully glowing sister, she realizes that she kept her promise. And it is not
Subterfuge
nearly like how
is
she
my
imagined.
strong suit.
And she, like cupping her hands when the rain fell, just says thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
I don't know when. I don't know how. I'm not meant to. But you do. So I will follow you. I will continue to listen.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
And I will find you.
She looks and says, we're leaving.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
She looks up at the sky.
She understands. Okay.
You have to know.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Side by side with you, and I knew that there was something strange inside me, but
not strange. Beautiful.
She weeps openly, and she just says, I found found it all out.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Dreams that something was coming, that I was carrying something inside me. And when we separated the last time, when I left you with Arrow to go and find our parents, and you guys watch a god of Exandria talking to her mortal sister, talking about their parents, and says, they made it to Vasselheim.
Oh my God.
So they're there. They're there. You can go find them there, but we're leaving.
Adventure Mart's the finest shopping in all of Faerun. Widest selection, lowest prices, and nary a fancy illustration.
My
Just
strong
the
suit.
goods, fair and plain.
A blanket of magic over this world, so that no god can ever touch it again. But we couldn't leave the world on its own.
Yeah.
And my other siblings.
What can we do to make your dreams come true today?
The gods.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
That we would be able to share our gifts with the world. And I said, if our love for them is true, then it will pass the mantle of protection. It will pass through the gate. And they said,
subterfuge is my strong
enough to pass that even the gods cannot pass. And I said, looking at my siblings, the love of one sister for another will be strong enough to pass. And it had to be you. And I'm sorry.
It has to be. It is okay.
I'll be the first to go. And I know that you'll be strong enough to show that this love is still here, even when I'm far away.
Easy enough.
He takes both of her hands, kisses them, and says,
only because you asked
she often
nicely.
does say, it is unending.
Unending.
You'll watch us, though, from that place you go to. You cannot reach us.
She looks up at the moon and smiles. In all of the vastness of realms divine, no gift was greater than one mortal life with you. She embraces you.
Sobbing, openly sobbing, weeping, shaking, crying. Luz, can you see her? Thank you. Can you see her?
Subterfuge is
Is she
my
with you
strong
too? Is she in that place we cannot reach? She fell, but I have
proposal.
this.
You hold the holy symbol, and there is already a hand of light holding it with you, as in shimmering moonlight loose.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Nia's stunned.
Loose. Oh, their smiling faces, beautiful to behold. Twinkling of light and snow, fairies of ice and wind surrounding this place. Loose smiles in the snow flurries and vanishes and reforms, and she is there again and gone.
Did you send those fireflies that one day?
Yes, fine.
You see that Liana or the Moonweaver, whichever you prefer.
I should call her Liana.
Liana smiles and says, huh?
Nia laughs, that being enough answer she needs, and just soaks in these moments with the person that she could not possibly imagine life without, and realizes that she does not have to.
You'll never be without me.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
To prove to them that there is a way. that when we leave, we're not really gone. You will be the first.
I will not be the last, I swear it.
She kisses you on the cheek, embraces you.
Super tight hug. And she's like taller than her in the way that younger sisters are always taller than their older sisters. She just like leans her head, like the top of her head against her cheekbone, or bone, cheek-like bone. And it feels like forever.
Not a problem.
What? Oh, if you insist.
Your sister departs, having lived a mortal life in this place, returning to her divine realm.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Becomes the first cleric in Exandria who wields the power of a departed god. That's where we'll take our break.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
The living lands is fractured, both in nature and in politics. There is no easy path from here. The choice is yours, as will be the consequences. History waits for you. Go meet it.
Hello, you're here to learn about Beacon? Not only the extraordinary critical work, but also the best place for the very important work that we do here. I know what you're thinking. What's in it for me? What do members get? Members-only Discord server, instant video on demand, and podcast
Do you need
access
something?
right after each episode. 10% discount on all merch and all 5 on the shop. Your support, the more content is possible.
Just some immersion therapy. Keep your eyes open.
We've got
Subterfuge.
Beacon
My
exclusive
strong
series like Critical Role Cooldown, where you get to sit around the table right after an episode ends, and Fireside Chat, our community Q&A powered by the Beacon Discord, and questions from members like
Faster
you.
than just take us back. I'm gonna get you a new Mr. Plushie, because this guy is rough.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
I'm just gonna wash him in.
And if that isn't enough, we've got series like Critical Role Abridged, Reslayer's Take, and Mist. Above all, Beacon is the best way to directly support Critical Role, our staff, and everyone who helps shape our company into what it is.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Subterfuge.
A sound suggestion.
What is it now?
The green phenomenon in
Tell
the
me.
distance begins to coalesce faster now, and you begin to see the shape of an enormous, four-legged creature, easily 30 feet tall, begin to step out of mist. An enormous, fiery antlered elk with eyes decorated with spikes and an aura of wavering spectral energy. Blasts out of
I shall go
nothingness
forth at
and
your
gallops
command.
towards the development site.
Lord Bailey here to guide you through what's new. Roll shot. Style should never be a dump stat. Roll investigation if you want. It's basically. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Look at this. Isn't it fashion? So much fashion happening here. This is pretty badass.
Point the sword. Very well.
Oh, so comfy crazy.
Whatever you need.
This is a lot of stuff, you guys. We have like
And hey, if you want, you can head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
Play, it felt so
Consider
good.
it done.
Everybody's engaged at the same time.
The hope and the fear mechanics are a wild role-playing ride.
The game is called
Subterfuge.
Our own
Easily
fantasy
done.
tabletop RPG we've been developing. It's a unique 2d12 dice rolling system that ensures that every roll of the game has some sort of impact on the game itself.
It really fosters that collaborative roleplay aspect.
Character building lets you do your own thing and organically be like, actually, I'll take a little of this, a little of that.
You can be an unlikely combination of things. The hope and fear mechanics to me really feel more like
What is it?
a
At
score
once.
of a good film.
Mounting fear just added a different layer of tension to the game.
The tactileness.
Do you need something?
Subject. Not only because you asked nice.
In this game.
I would absolutely play again. Daggerheart is fun as hell to play.
I absolutely love Daggerheart.
It's going to be something real special.
Tell me.
And it's
Of
just
course.
Subterfuge is an intriguing proposal. Yeah. Subterfuge is my strong suit. What? Yes, fine.
Whatever you need.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Very well. Yes.
Subterfuge
Not a
is
problem.
my strong suit.
What is it? Consider it done.
Need something stranger.
This week on Critical Roadshow, we travel to one of several sets in the Critical Role studios. This particular set is where Four-Sided Dive is filmed, along with other famed productions, such as that one Critmas promo, that other Critmas promo, as well as several other promos. We've brought in our finest antiques dealer to evaluate and appraise items that have been brought in from every corner of the building. We go now to our first item.
As I understand, there's an interesting story about how you came into possession of these items.
Yeah, so I was playing the game of street dice in Macau, and the stakes got pretty high. Almost lost a finger, but I didn't. And, you know, I came out on top, won a Soviet submarine, no big deal.
This is a rare find. These keys, user manual, and most importantly, signal beacon are from the Shuka-class Project 671 RTM. And while they had a payload of Zircon hypersonic and Onyx anti-ship missiles, they were never able to provide an exclusive Discord, pre-sales for live events, or 10% off merchandise. I'd appraise a functional military sub of this era at about $400 million.
Ooh! It is docked in Vladivostok right now, but I want to go pick it up and bring it back here. No problem. Yes.
Truly a rare find. So what do we have here?
Well, I heard that you're giving away tons of cash for people who bring in cool stuff, so...
Amn Haer Dalis.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Wonderful actor. Classic photo and signed. However, unlike a Beacon membership, it does not provide instant access to all new content. So I'd estimate this between $6 to $7.
That's it?
Being underground
Okay, fine. I'll take the money.
No, I don't buy any of the items. I just
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Yeah.
Wow. I need to be a voice actor.
Truly a rare find. Now this is a truly exciting discovery. This beacon lettuce and tomato sandwich is exquisitely crafted, beautifully designed. While you can enjoy a meal like this for a few minutes, a Beacon membership unlocks thousands of hours of entertainment. Now available on desktop and mobile.
Trying to eat my lunch.
Truly a rare find. And what do we have here?
Yeah, you said you needed stuff with the word beacon on it, so I found this prop from an old Beacon promo.
Ah, yes. Beacon promos are great and well-written content. But Beacon also has a number of original series, such as Reslayer's Take, Critical Role Cooldown, and Crit Roll Abridged, as well as more to come, all available when you have
Whatever
a
you
membership
need.
to Beacon.
What now?
I value this record at 75 cents.
Okay, I think you can talk.
Oh, if you insist.
Truly a rare find. And what did you bring?
Subterfuge
I
is
didn't.
my
I'm looking
strong
for Jared. He took my signed Kevin Bacon picture. I signed it myself. Jared? No? Not ringing a bell. He's our junior lore keeper. Jared? Jared? I'm gonna say Jared.
Easily done.
Truly a rare find. Now this may be the find of the day, a Beacon membership. May I hold it?
Yeah, just be careful.
Of course. The
Subterfuge
craftsmanship,
is my strong
design, the understated beauty. A Beacon membership is only $5.99 a month, but it's absolutely priceless. Truly irreplaceable.
Dude.
Well, that was most interesting.
Subterfuge
But please do
is
become a
my
Beacon
strong
member,
suit.
because the poor sap who wrote this has added this text to
Yes,
the
at
teleprompter
once.
to say that they will get sacked if this ad doesn't do well. The end. The end? Who writes
What is
the
it?
end at the end of a
course.
teleprompter? Don't let whoever did that touch the teleprompter ever again.
Subterfuge is my
Worst writing
strong
ever.
suit. Easy enough.
Omar's on his way to me. He's on his
Subterfuge
way
is my strong suit.
to you. Ayo, so fluffy. Ayo, so cuddly. I hope he gets here soon.
A gift? For me? Someone else can carry it. Subterfuge is my strong suit. What? Only because you asked nice.
Do you need something? Very well. Tell me.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Not a problem.
I'll do it.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Hello and welcome back to Sandry Unlimited.
Whatever you need.
We just been
Tears between.
tears. Those of you who are here behold a bridge of moonlight, and all of you witness truly a miracle. In this moment, you are left holding snow and wind and your mortal system. Swirls and snow descend into the moon.
I stand amongst the righteous.
Witnessed this miracle.
What do you
Several
want,
gods striding the land. This one much less fearsome than the Strife Emperor and less imposing than the Storm Lord, that knelt and spoke with one who now reacts. Is that
Things have recently.
Subterfuge. You can see that he has the amulet around his neck.
Consider it done. Shall be done?
Yes.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right.
Yes.
Purpose steps and he's pacing back and forth, and you can see him that he's thinking, which is not something he does.
This is her place. Going to these things together to stop
It is
them.
good to adventure in such a place. The blood quickens knowing that evil is so near.
What is it?
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
I didn't ask her many questions. But I think someone or someones knew that these artifacts, these objects would be incredibly important and decided to protect them until the right folks came along.
Right.
What now?
Okay, she and her kin truly are drawing away from the world.
Bark your orders already. I've killed for less.
Subterfuge.
Siblings.
Oh, if you insist.
Moving away from this world in a way that none of their magic will be able to touch us.
Insinuated.
Yes. A sound suggestion.
I just realized something. Okay, the belt does that.
Aye, that's
Subterfuge
right.
is my strong suit.
That's why I did the. Okay. Okay. All right. How do you all do this so much? I don't understand.
Do it.
What's up with you? You're
Easy
a
enough.
lot more coherent than normal.
I think it's this. Give me an investigation check.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Are you kidding me? What? Another natural 20. You're
This is insane.
Dice is illegal.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Mr. Natural 20.
I got one yesterday.
You had like 3 in one day, though, guys.
Subterfuge
Let's
is my
not.
strong
You
suit.
hold this orb in the palm of your hand, hanging from this amulet around Crocus's neck, and flashing images throughout the orb. Go ahead and read the name of the magic item, if you'd be so kind.
Orb of
Only because you asked nicely.
It is an amulet. It's sort of an amulet on the thing, and it gives me +6 bonus to intelligence and +4 bonus to wisdom, a new tool proficiency, and a new language to any who carry it.
These are the ambient effects of it. Now, I think on a nat 20, if this were in the hands of wizards, then great and terrible workings could be wrought. So if you want any great and terrible workings wrought, you would just hand this to a wizard. In Crocus's hands, flashes of images, whispers
Subterfuge
of languages,
is my strong suit.
the history of
an intriguing proposal
that has been long since destroyed. Images of an
He's taking his time.
We're doing the fucking trilogy.
You gave Killer Croc all the knowledge of the ancient world.
Because when you give it to Smarties, we saw what happens. Okay?
I love it.
You see images of a winged man in Icefora flying across ash-covered skies, a family, a daughter holding an orb, seeing the image of a beautiful elven woman, a crown of gold and long strands of white hair, secrets and knowledge of 1,000 years of plumbing the depths of arcane lore to seek the secrets of Exandria.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Pulled through time, handed from one talon to another across the centuries of the calamity. You see an old and gray-feathered Icefora woman passing the orb on to someone else, and warning of what it meant down through generations until, choked by fire and ash in a great clash of combat in a battle, a badly wounded Icefora
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Eye on their chest. Two hawks in their hands, bladed weapons.
I trust you'll find them all in satisfactory condition.
To Liana. To remove it from conflict in the world, giving it to someone who knows a secret hiding place where things this dangerous can be kept. Cannot believe you rolled a nat 20. Where things this can be kept. On a nat 20, you say that.
You said it so much today.
You gotta. I said it so much.
It gets better every time.
My God, the fact that you guys came in like we must go to Vegas immediately after. Hot. What you see on that 20 as well is Liana. This young half-elven woman, rushing across. As Nia, there's a reason Nia has the Wanderer background. Liana and Nia both were extremely well-traveled, which is a dangerous thing to be able to say during the calamity, which you now wonder if that's even the appropriate name for whatever this age you are now in, where miracles abound and things happen. You feel like your mind is being stretched once a day past the breaking point. Looking at the images here, you see the orb being handed to Liana in a moment of the Icefora, eyes narrowing.
Well,
see
you
these
look like the sort who has more than two gold pieces to rub together.
Avian warriors looking and seeing with eyes similar to the narrowing of their own sort of eagle-like eyes, gazing, seeing something within Liana. You see Liana collecting these goods throughout here. You see her kneeling by the stone, and I think on that nat 20, you see her laying the body of a white dragonborn, beautiful white dragonborn woman to rest in the ice and snow, looking at peace. And it is in that moment,
Are you interested in
seeing the symbol of the Moonweaver on the holy symbol, held within the hands of the woman that she lays to rest, that she looks up at the moon, truly opens her eyes for the first time, and recorded here on the orb, sees the truth. Many times in Exandria's history have the gods walked the world in mortal form.
It's a strange time.
You see images of some walking
The brink
in
of war was averted, but
aboard a
countryside
ship
remains hazardous to the
to a
citizens.
flying city of strange and unnatural light. The mortal forms that were worn there were bent to great and terrible purpose. And you see that it is not only the gods whose love mortal beings know that have the ability to wear a mortal form. Other gods as well can hide themselves here. Why Liana wore a mortal form, you cannot say, but you see recorded on the orb that can record images and events as they happened, physically and materially here within the world of Exandria, but you cannot use it to see what was in Liana's heart or what she realized in that moment. But you see her looking up and her eyes glow white as she beholds the moon and knows truly that she lived a mortal life as the mortal sister of Nia, because something eternal wished to know the love of a mortal sibling. Well, it knew that love.
Wow. Okay, I pull my hand away from the orb and I say, this orb, it has knowledge of like history of magicians, of mages, of gods even. And I saw your sister, Nia. I saw Liana and a white dragonborn woman. I think this can record events as they're happening. It has shown me, it's just presumably showing you so much.
Yeah. Like a scribe?
I guess. But going back years and years and centuries of history and different faces. At least it's in good hands now.
It's a lot. I don't know if it's better. Yeah, you okay there? Yeah, my head hurts.
No.
Do you want to take a break?
No, I just... Are we sure? No one's gonna mind if we take these things.
It seems that Liana was helping assemble this for exactly this purpose. For people like us.
You recall, too, that the miracle of this place, if a bug hadn't landed on a map, you would never find this place.
We were summoned here. This was for us. Okay.
Well, good, because I wasn't going to give up the crossbow, so...
Crossbow with the... Can you even
I know.
that?
Yeah. Check it out. Multi-lift up is like a heavy crossbow. You're like holding it up on a knee.
Just like step out of the way.
Oh! I'm gonna end up carrying that, aren't I?
No, if you insist.
Mounted on you with a turret.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so fun.
Get a little swivel chair, a little howdah on the back.
Small ballistic.
Garn kind of lifts the hammer in his hand and says,
I don't think I've ever felt
Subterfuge is my strong
until
suit.
this moment.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
I
going to
poked
romance
my head
and
out of the
make an
main
evil team.
entrance.
So I'll keep going on and I'll let Harry out. I don't think I have any more meetings with Harry.
I fancy I'll make my last trek that way simply. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'll
Subterfuge
everyone's
is
going
my
along
strong
to
suit.
that. I don't like that.
A sound suggestion.
I don't want to Romancer again.
What are we doing?
And I also finished
I told you that your parents went to
with Emmeline's quest.
Subterfuge
My parents
is
are in
my
Vasselheim.
strong suit.
Yeah, we'll make an evil team.
So you
I
return,
would love to
and
see
our
them.
dark Haer Dalis, his
Although
feathers shattered by your
I
hands,
worry that they
has
have
preceded
been
you.
gods all along, and that they will fall into a snowy bank and come together in starlight. I feel like the odds of that happening 2 more times are slim. Crazy things have happened. That's true.
Well, weirdly, I would say that the odds of your whole family being gods and you being the only mortal is less than if your sister was the only god and your whole family's mortal. I don't know if I like smart Crocus. It scares me. That would make more sense.
Very astute, Crocus. You're absolutely right.
Your sister led us this far. And it seems she's shown her light further down the path.
To Vasselheim.
That's gonna take a bit of time.
Well, I can't imagine what we have more than of time.
Haer Dalis, everyone, gather round.
The weight.
The stone is ready to begin the summoning.
You have survived. You have fled. You have fought for the freedom of others and freed those you have found on the path. The immediacy of Nia finding Liana has passed as well. And as she says the name Vasselheim,
Do you need something?
has passed through different whispers, even in the height of calamity, where straggling groups of survivors make their way through the wastelands created by the warring of the gods. The Dawn City, the last
At
city,
your
where
order.
all is safe, that
Be
the
quick with it.
deities would do anything to protect. But who
What
could
do
make
you
their way
want,
across
groundling?
stormy seas racked with monsters and endless
Tell me.
choking ashlands to actually find their way there? But you've witnessed as many miracles in as many days as anyone has. Nia, you know that it may be where your parents are, and more than that, you have been
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
There is a way to respond.
Inconceivable! It's immune! Inconceivable! It's immune! Subterfuge
She has an
my
incredible
strong
job
suit.
to do. And it doesn't have to happen right now, but if
What
we
is it now?
leave this place, I would love to go back to that sort of armory treasure room and see
With
if
all
there's
speed,
any,
comrade.
You said books were any of them blank.
Yes, you find parchment, quill and ink, yes.
She's gonna take one of those and
Subterfuge
give herself the
my
task of
strong
writing
suit.
down as much as she can remember from what Luz has told her, and write down the story of her sister, the Moonweaver. She'll take that in one book, and then she'll find anything that will just give her more information about her sister.
You take as much as you can, write everything that you can in this first rest. For the rest of you here, you bear treasures of an ancient world, artifacts that, in whatever days of conflict and of chaos and of change and hope that are on their way, you carry knowledge.
What now?
You carry hope.
Easy
More
enough.
than that, you carry the experience of having stood
What
up for
can it
what
be
is
now?
right and survived. There are other places in this world that need you. And though you do not have the urgency of short and scurrying survival, the certainty that you need
What can it
just
be
to
now?
keep moving forward, a new responsibility rests on your shoulders. The battle for survival is over. The battle that now comes is one of shaping what this new world will be.
Whatever you need.
Have any knowledge of any working ports?
You need something?
The words I've gotten of societies on the western coast have long been destroyed, but decades past. But, like I
I
said,
shall go forth at your command.
I'm going north.
The axe be bloody ready.
We should check back in on Torm's Hill.
Isn't that south?
Yes, maybe. That's south of where it's back where we came from.
Yeah, you guys have gone a little ways. But there's nothing stopping you going far. In other words, part of it is to go
So, guide
You're
my
only
hand.
going to live this the rest of your lives.
I take it back. I like smart cookies.
You get it, right? Like, what is this whole... Like, we've done some crazy things, but that guy... Yeah. No, I'm glad you're seeing this. In this moment of conversation, I think Mia sidles up to Arrow and just...
Nice, strong suit.
You wouldn't hurt a gnome, would you?
Where do you want to go? I have a idea of where I'd like to be, but it doesn't have to be today or tomorrow or instantly.
I will go where you go.
All right, then. She looks at Garen's hammer, and you say we have no knowledge of ports or an ability to cross the great oceans to get to Vasselheim. Think you have a tool to build one?
I mainly work in stone, but I can certainly try to learn. And just because I don't know of something doesn't mean it's not there to be found. Well, I'll walk with you.
Arrow, when you crossed an ocean to come here? Where did you first touch down?
Far to the west, and we're getting ahead of ourselves. We have a whole continent to cross before we solve the problem of the sea.
Yes. Easily done.
I'll decide there where I'm going.
Subterfuge is my
You'll have a lot more
suit.
time ahead of you than probably I do.
Don't say that.
Very well.
Still a long time to be thinking each other, remember?
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
I think as we begin to filter out, I stop at one of the desks or tables with parchment on it. I haven't even written in a long time, but I pick up a quill and dab it in ink.
Subterfuge is
And on
my
a piece
strong
of
suit.
parchment, I write in the celestial that I dimly remember being taught by my father Iridio a very long time ago. If the world is just, let hope be reforged.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Just inside the door of this place.
Pinned inside the door, this secret sanctum holds tight and fast against the snow outside.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
And the secret stair to ascend to it. The words in Celestial written on the inside. Everybody here make a perception check for me.
I think I grab some of the gold before I leave.
Yes. I'll take a couple pieces.
Yeah.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Take a message.
That's 18?
17.
17? 12.
Perception. 17.
15.
15. No one got a 20, right?
What?
So
Only
weird,
because
I
you
know.
asked.
Come on,
So
guys.
as you leave,
Subterfuge
none
is
of
my
you
Victory shall be ours.
perceiving or beholding.
What is it? At once.
The words in Celestial door ripple out over the belongings here, casting a hollow spell on the cavern in this place. You move forward and begin to travel.
I shall follow
Lock
your
it up,
strength.
Phaedra. Oh, sure. I don't know if I can use it to block stuff as much as break into. Well, Was there even a door? It was just like a stone face.
It was a stone face that just, as you unlocked it, rolled.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think there's even a lock.
I mean, we should close the door.
I'll close the door, yeah. Just
You close the door and it's locked. It's like a New York City apartment.
My strong suit.
That's, I don't know
Part of the
how
more
many,
spacious, but
yeah, I don't know how many people like have the experience as a little kid of a parent
I'm
being
sorry,
like,
I can't carry anymore.
check for keys before you close the door. That's burned into my head. And all of you begin to depart. As you do so, you are going to once again make some survival checks, and unlike before, we're also going to make some luck checks as you begin to travel west. As you begin to travel west, I'll go ahead and get this first survival check from all of you. 16.
Also 16.
18.
18.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
But you know what? That's a group check, and that's why we do them as a group. All of you begin to head out, and on this first one, you make your way over the countryside that, in centuries to come, will be known as the Mornset countryside.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
In the south of the continent that will, as well centuries from now, earn the name Taldore. You head out over rock and scrabble. It is about a little more, it's about 8 days of travel. And because you're not going to a specific location, I'm going to say that check is good enough to keep you traveling west. Cloud cover still rains out, but you have about 8 days of travel. The land is filled with fresh rainwater as you descend from the mountains into the lowlands. This valley sculpted out. You can't see them, but somewhere a few days east of you, maybe those first families from Torm's Hill are getting ready to head out with tools and lumber and things like that to go find farming in the valley and hopefully start making some food to bring back to all the folks in Torm's Hill. As you head out, I'm going to go ahead.
My strong suit.
We're going to let that survival check, which was a really good one, get you guys where you're going. I'm just going to run some luck checks in front of the board because it is still a dangerous world out there.
If one of us dies, I'm going to be really sad.
You guys miracles abound. So on a 19 or 20, something miraculous happens. But also there is danger everywhere. So on a 1 through 5, you're in a lot of trouble.
Let's go.
Day 1.
Do you need something?
19! Something really wonderful happens. As you are striding,
with your cloud or whatever.
As you are striding through, in the middle of the night, all of you are sleeping. Who's keeping watch? Is like probably first in that. Arrow's keeping watch. Something is moving towards you from the north, and you look out and see giants approaching you in the dark. They're way out in the dark past where you can see, but there are giants walking through the night.
Quietly shake Garn awake. I would have reached for Crocus, but I'm not convinced he wouldn't shout out. There's giants ahead? What kind? I can't tell. Or can I?
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
That's a 15.
Oh, you're wrong. It's not giants. There's a trick of the mind. It's a forest. It's just windy, but it's not windy. So the trees are moving. Why are the trees moving? Massive trees stride landscape, some 30 to 40 feet tall. And you suddenly realize that you're seeing the back of the group moving to you as the little ridge that you're hiding behind suddenly. A giant tree. You all wake up as a tree. Deep green eyes.
What magic is this?
It's just here with us, you're saying?
He turns to move around you. You see, it looks out and says,
Walk
around. Servants of the betrayers. These are not. And from the walking forest that begins to surround you,
I hear you well enough.
Moving south. These treants are of deep and ancient jungle trees. You see some of them have vines.
Tell me.
Or like deep moss hanging from them as they begin to
Whatever
walk.
you need.
And you see that as they sort of trudge across the land, they begin to split around you, like waking up at the vanguard of like a herd of elephants moving around your camp. You see this
Where do you travel to, Great One?
Nothing there may grow where the poison of the Strife Emperor remains. My mother has bidden me a great jungle to create, to surround, withhold that poison land. She has smote him.
Be quick with it. I stand amongst the righteous.
Weirdly, we were there.
Right.
Well, small world, you're telling me.
What can I do?
Would you like some magic?
I am yours to
Yes.
command.
It would be impolite to say no.
coconut size on his head. You guys get...
Subterfuge is mine.
I rolled a 7 and an 8 on 2d8. You guys get 15, not potion, but nuts of healing.
Oh,
All right.
I love nuts of healing.
Oh, what? These nuts?
Now, sir.
And you see as they
My
walk,
strong
that literally as they pass, this was arid, kind of shattered rock. And you wake up the next morning to thick, luscious grass. Where they churned up the earth, it has already sprung up in their wake, like a trail of footprints would be left by a normal human being. They have left green glowing things in their wake. And in the distance, you can see that these saplings are beginning to pop up to the south. It will become a thick and all right, that's your first roll. I'll give it a start.
Can I toss something in?
Yeah,
I meant to tap it up
Subterfuge
before we got to that.
my
I
strong
think on their travels, Arrow will start to slowly teach Crocus Draconic.
So here's the thing.
You're taking that one?
I don't have to. I get to choose a language, but I will choose something else and allow this to happen.
Take the one you want.
No. I think it's good. I like it.
We can explain the language you're getting from that, from this.
Yes, that's a good way to do it. I was wrestling with
Subterfuge
because I would have none of
my
the
strong
cultural
suit.
context of knowing the
At your
language
order.
that you were, why things mean. I would textbook know it, but I wouldn't understand it. So I would rather have it be informed from this. So I like this.
I like the idea of the two of them throughout the day, just monosyllabic at first and then longer and
Donde está la biblioteca?
yes.
What is it now?
You guys begin to trade Draconic back and forth. Both probably having the cleric of the extremely specific grammatical knowledge, but also knowing how to speak it, actually how people speak it conversationally.
I want to be conversational draconic.
Exactly. Whenever I speak draconic at the bank, I can't kind of understand what they're saying because I picked it up conversationally.
I'm just trying to order a meal at a restaurant in draconic. Just get through that.
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Great. We continue on. 6. Narrowly dodged. That's day 2. Day 3, 9.
Okay.
4. 5.
There it is. Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Go ahead, everyone, and give me... How are you traveling as you get through this vast countryside? Like, are you traveling during the day, during the night? Are you taking watches at night, I presume? Like, yeah, if there's any way that you would be traveling.
I mean, watches at night, yeah, I would assume. But I think traveling during the day makes the most sense.
Is my strong suit.
To me, it would seem, seeing as we're no longer currently in danger that we know.
Yeah.
It would just, that's the time when you're awake and you go and you...
Also, with the Mornington countryside being mostly open field for a lot of this, I imagine we probably want to utilize that field of vision while we travel.
This is a dark
using
place.
The approaches and then
Tread
hunker down at
carefully.
night when we don't have that.
No, I have a question, not a comment, but the Strife Emperor sort of occupied that portion of Gwasar.
I shall
Do
go
we have
forth at your
knowledge
command.
of any other shit like that on other parts of Gwasar, or was that the biggest dark stronghold of the Empire?
So I think, Arrow, you would know that the area you were traveling to get to Torm's Hill was the worst. That was a nasty pocket of extremely dangerous. This area you would have not traveled through because it would have been impossible to find game here. Like, it's empty, open plains.
Victory shall be ours.
Where you are right now. But now there's river water. The ash was not as bad. It's not as volcanic here as it was elsewhere. And you see that, like, I think, like, on a given day here, you can kind of stay under the rolling hills. Like, it's not flat like how Kansas is flat. There's, like, very slight slopes to the hills here.
Point the sword, and I shall strike.
Bases of those.
Yeah, stay low.
You would say
That's for the theater people at home.
So
I'm right here.
and at this table.
Go ahead and give me. So you guys are just traveling. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Call it a difficulty of 15.
Can I use my passive perception, Brandon?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Pendulum swing.
That's a 1.
Be quick with it. Be paid well.
As you are traveling, you begin to hear something far distant. And I think Arrow and Mia can actually feel, and I think for
Subterfuge is my strong suit.
Her crossbow, which she has to do with her entire body.
You see, there's like a nearby little tree stump and a little. It's like not much, but there's kind of a little divot in the earth that you can go sort of dive in to get low. But something crazy happening. Do any of you make any attempt to investigate it, or
Does it feel like the vibration
Subterfuge is my strong
it's getting more? I can't tell if it's coming directly towards you, but something huge is happening.
I don't have whatever's causing that surprise.
I think I can cast a second level divination spell to figure out what's...
An augury?
Yeah, an augury.
Yeah, awesome.
If it's possible.
So you propose a course of action you're considering, and the augury will tell you if that will go well or go poorly.
Like the bathe. I'm gonna finish this day, but
I guess I want to know if we are to get over that hill, would that be Like, if we were to go see what's going on over there and, like, be visible to whatever is if we can see it, it can see us.
Yeah.
Is that a good idea to like, hedge that bet?
Proposing the course of action to investigate, you reach out to your sister, your moon, and she immediately in your head sends a sense of urgency, panic, and danger, but one of you must cross the hill. That is the right course of action. Those across the hill must see you. You are in grave danger right now.
I deliver that message as soon as possible. We are in danger, but we must go see what it is.
Oh, I think then everything that we've seen in the past few days means we listen to that.
Yeah.
As you move in quickly, you move over, and whatever the sort of like gray rock and new dewy green grass has been, you cross the hill. There are
I'll do it. Only if there be a good amount of coins.
Devils.
Yeah.
In the fields before you.
Subterfuge.
My strong. Some towering overhead.
Yeah.
You see them in all directions, and as they amass in this way, you see coming from the north a gleam of radiant light. And you see a horde of unicorns charging across the field towards the devils and tearing through them like a knife through butter. Falling before you. However, right behind you, you hear a shriek. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Okay. I want a unicorn. Look at this.
Gotta kill this mage so I can see the battle.
Jasmine!
Never start the battle again then.
Unbelievable.
Unleash Condemner.
Yes.
What are your guys' minis? Do you have them? They're right there. Lovely.
What is it?
Do you need more field pieces?
You know what? I well may.
Very well.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Matt.
I've actually got a green map for
Stand
you.
amongst the righteous.
That's right. Whole ground's moving. Go ahead and let me know what everybody.
Do you need something? Not a problem.
23.
At your order.
Okay.
Move those out of the way.
Hold on one
Under the
second.
bed.
We got a 23 over here. A 23 from Phaedra. What did we get from Crocus? 11. What did we get from
What
you?
is it now?
So, an 11.
How about that?
I shall go forth at your command.
Okay.
Subterfuge. My strong.
What now?
I like that we're watching people turn into John.
All right. Great. Trees. Here we go. Great. Boom. Lovely. A field's fun.
Tell me.
Put out some scatter pieces. There we go. Great. Just try me out. I love it. As you were all gathered here, perfect.
Oh, if you insist.
And again, it's pretty empty and open in these fields.
There's a lot of fire, right?
Yeah. Hell yes.
Help however I can.
Fire. Go for it.
Has been spotted by a Wiccan flying out over the field. And immediately behind. And what did you roll for initiative, Matt?
It's 11.
11.
3 11s. We all got 11s on this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
3. I'm not going to say.
Phaedra, you and you alone got the jump on these devils that have appeared behind you. You are first to act.
Okay. Is there any way I can try to get down, like, cover between? You see where that, like, little, there's like a little mini hill? Yeah. I'm gonna, like, try and, like, get down under cover for that and just aim my crossbow at the one that's closest to me.
Hell yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and give me your attack roll. You have +2 to your armor.
I have +2 to my armor. Oh, because of the height. Okay. So, that is a 16 to hit?
A 16
Stand amongst the
hits.
righteous.
Yeah. All right. Which means I get to do. That's a 6 plus 4.
Whatever you
plus
need.
1d4 poison.
Yeah.
Hell yes. And by the way, you're not getting sneak attack on this attack.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
fine. So it's 1d10 plus 1, right? Because I get a +1 bonus to attack and damage.
Cool.
Then +3 for dexterity.
Yes.
So that's the +4.
Is that total?
That's
13 total. Hell yes. So you guys hear behind of these two advanced party devils moving forward as fast as possible. As they do so, you see Phaedra whips around with this powerful heavy crossbow. It hits one for 12 points of damage. They are going to leap forward. This one is going to charge Phaedra. This one is going to charge Garrett.
Bring it.
Hell yeah. This one is going to jump over, wearing the symbol of the Lord of the Hills. Is going to be